Hi guys, Banati here, and today we have come with another episode of Stock Talk episode 3, Banati Bomble, with the financial latest gossip for you only. So let's get move on. Vodafone and Idea are getting a lifeline from Amazon and Verizon. The largest carrier in USA are set to buy a stakes around $4 billion in the telecom company in India, Vodafone and Idea. The talks were paused because of the Supreme Court case on staggered payments of the government dues, which could harm the survival of the company. Now the telecom company has around 10 years to pay a sum of 1.4 lakh crores, which paves the way for the resumption in the negotiation deals. Fundraising is very crucial for the company of Vodafone and Idea right now to pay the dues. Recent quarter showed that the company has lost around 1500 crores due to one-time charges, including the provision to pay the government dues. While Vodafone and Idea will not compete with Jio right now, but they're trying to leverage the Amazon ecosystem in the revenue models. Another addition to the edtech sector in India becoming a unicorn. Unacademy bags the funding of $150 million from SoftBank and leading the revaluation to triple to $1.45 billion in less than 6 months. Apart from SoftBank, Unacademy's existing funders such as Bloom Ventures, Sequoia Capital, General Atlantic were also participated in this round of fundraising. They are now the official partner of Indian Premier League for the next 3 years. Unacademy is now the second valued tech company in India after Byju's, which is valuated at more than $10 billion. The airlines are now operated at 60% capacity. Now the scheduled airlines in India will be able to raise about 60% of the capacity in their domestic airlines. Earlier it was around 45%. Indian airlines have been resumed from May 25, but only one third of the capacity have been taken of the leisure and business travels. It was due to the fear of coronavirus which led to that. The number of passengers traveling in the Indian domestic flights are around 40,000 to 1 lakh people per day. Meanwhile, the government has also extended the suspension of regular suspended system international flights till September 30. However, the cargo and special flights are still operating. After almost 30 years of great economic growth, Australia fell into recession after its economy. They stake down 7% in this second quarter. The drop is quarterly in the GDP is the largest since the record since back in 1959. Restrictions that were imposed in March during the first virus surge greatly reduced domestic spending on transportation, hotels, restaurants, while bordering bans also hit the tourism industry as well. More than $115 billion in stimulus packages could not be waived off during the recession. The company's treasurer has said that today's devastating numbers confirm that every Australian knows that the virus has wreaked havoc on our economy and our lives like nothing have been experienced like before. Another trouble for Facebook now. After the controversy of the post reach related to the right of idleness during the 2019 general election, Facebook now has officially released a new update which will be rolling on 1st October 2020. Highlighting the government schemes during pandemic, the PM said that for the development in the India, the country needs the government who believes in delivering results as ease of living is important to doing business. Under section of 3.2 of Facebook terms of what is users are allowed to post, there is a new paragraph says that we can also remove or restrict access to your content, services or information if we determine that it is reasonably necessary to avoid any mitigate adverse legal or regularly impacts on Facebook's. SoftBank is investing in India a lot and they are planning to buy TikTok Indian version for their upcoming next round of funding. SoftBank have been looking for local partners over the past month. The Japanese conglomerate which owns a stake in TikTok Chinese parent ByteDance Limited has been held in the talks with Reliance, Geoform and Bharti Airtel Limited. The people said that they have identified the details but the details are not quite revealed to the public now. PM Narendra Modi urges foreign investors to invest in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the road ahead for Indian development is full of opportunities in the public as well as private sectors. Urging the foreign investors to invest in India, PM Modi added that there is favorable destination to invest and the country has received over $20 billion in foreign investment this year. He also mentioned that the FDI into year rose by 20% till 2019, which shows the success of India's FDI regime. Highlighting the government schemes during pandemic, the PM said that for the development of India, the country needs government believing in delivering results as ease of living as doing of important business.